William Wallace. The name echoes through the ages, synonymous with courage, freedom, and the unwavering spirit of Scotland. His legacy is one of defiance and resilience, a tale that has inspired countless generations. Born in Elderslie near Paisley, his early life remains shrouded in mystery. The exact details of his upbringing are lost to history, but the essence of his character was forged in the rugged landscapes of Scotland. Some say he was a landowner's son, others a commoner. Regardless of his origins, what truly mattered was his unyielding spirit and his deep connection to the land and its people. But all agree, Wallace was destined for greatness. His path was not one of privilege but of purpose. He emerged as a leader not through birthright but through his actions and his unwavering commitment to justice. Little is known of his early years, but the injustice inflicted upon the Scottish people by the English King Edward I ignited a fire in his soul. The oppression and suffering he witnessed fueled his determination to fight back. Edward, hungry for power, sought to crush Scottish independence and claim the land as his own. His ambition knew no bounds and his methods were ruthless. Wallace, witnessing the suffering of his people, refused to stand idly by. He could not ignore the cries of his fellow Scots, nor the heavy hand of English tyranny. He would become a beacon of hope, a symbol of resistance against English tyranny. His leadership was a light in the darkness, guiding his people towards the dream of freedom. His courage was infectious. Men flocked to his banner, inspired by his unwavering belief in freedom. They saw in him a leader who embodied their hopes and dreams, a man who would stand with them against overwhelming odds. Wallace was not a king, nor a nobleman. He was one of them, a man of the people, fighting for the very soul of Scotland. His story is a testament to the power of the human spirit and the enduring quest for liberty and justice. Wallace's rebellion began with a spark, a single act that would set the course of history in motion. In May 1297, he killed William de Heselrig, the English Sheriff of Lanark, in a bold and daring move that shocked both the English and the Scots. This act of defiance, a response to the brutal murder of Wallace's beloved wife Marion, ignited the flames of rebellion. Marion's death was a personal tragedy for Wallace, but it became a symbol of the larger struggle against English tyranny. The killing of Heselrig was a turning point, a moment that galvanized the Scottish people. It was more than just an act of revenge, it was a declaration of resistance. It was a clear signal that the Scottish people would no longer tolerate English oppression. The villagers, who had long suffered under English rule, saw in Wallace a beacon of hope. Wallace became a magnet for others who shared his burning desire for freedom. His courage and determination inspired many to join his cause, seeing in him a leader who could stand up to the might of England. Farmers, blacksmiths, ordinary men from all walks of life, they joined Wallace's cause. These were men who had lived simple lives but now found themselves part of a growing movement. Their numbers swelled, their resolve hardened by Wallace's unwavering leadership. Each new recruit brought with him a story of suffering and a desire for justice. He possessed a rare charisma, a natural ability to inspire men to fight for something greater than themselves. His speeches, filled with passion and conviction, stirred the hearts of his followers. With each passing day, the rebellion gained momentum, threatening to overturn English rule in Scotland. The movement grew, not just in numbers, but in strength and determination, as Wallace's vision of a free Scotland began to take shape. Word of Wallace's exploits spread like wildfire across Scotland. From the Highlands to the Lowlands, tales of his bravery and cunning were whispered in every village and town. The people, long oppressed and yearning for a hero, found hope in the stories of his daring deeds. His daring raids against English garrisons were not just acts of rebellion, but strategic moves that crippled the enemy's hold on Scottish lands. Each raid was meticulously planned, striking fear and confusion among the English forces. His unwavering pursuit of freedom struck fear into the hearts of English soldiers. They had never faced an adversary so relentless, so driven by a cause greater than himself. Wallace's name became synonymous with terror for the English troops. Wallace was more than just a man. He was a force of nature, an embodiment of the Scottish spirit. His presence on the battlefield was like a storm, unpredictable and unstoppable. He inspired his men to fight with a ferocity they never knew they possessed. A fearsome warrior who fought with the fury of a cornered lion, Wallace's courage was infectious. His men followed him not out of duty, but out of sheer admiration and respect. They believed in his vision of a free Scotland. His victories were not merely military triumphs, they were symbolic victories, each one a beacon of hope for the oppressed. Every battle won was a step closer to freedom, a testament to the resilience and strength of the Scottish people. Proof that the mighty English war machine could be challenged, could be defeated. Wallace's success showed that even the most formidable enemy could be brought to its knees with determination and unity. The common folk of Scotland, inspired by Wallace's unwavering spirit, rose up to support him. They were no longer passive observers but active participants in the fight for their homeland. Their courage and solidarity were the backbone of Wallace's campaign. They provided food, shelter, and most importantly, their unwavering belief in his cause. This grassroots support was crucial, as it sustained Wallace's forces and kept the flame of rebellion burning bright. Wallace, in turn, understood the weight of their hopes and dreams. He knew that every decision he made, every battle he fought, carried the aspirations of an entire nation. This responsibility fueled his resolve and sharpened his strategic mind. He was fighting not just for land or titles, but for the very survival of the Scottish identity. The culture, traditions, and spirit of Scotland were at stake, and Wallace was determined to preserve them at all costs. He was their champion, their protector, their Braveheart. To the people of Scotland, Wallace was more than a leader. He was a symbol of hope and resilience, a beacon in their darkest hours. And he would lead them to victory or die trying. Wallace's commitment to the cause was absolute, and his legacy would inspire generations to come. His story is a testament to the power of courage, unity, and the unyielding human spirit. If you enjoyed this epic tale of William Wallace, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. Hit the bell icon on the top right to be notified when we upload more incredible historical stories. Thank you for watching.